health experts have warned that people in the UK could become nastily ill for potentially weeks at a time as we head further into winter. People are still becoming infected with COVID, which could result in even more illness due to less of the population getting booster vaccinations compared to the first few waves. According to experts, we may not have the required antibodies to fight COVID off as effectively this time around, leaving us less protected from its effects. Professor Peter Openshaw, of Imperial College London, made the claim in an interview with the BBC about the rising risk of worsening bouts of COVID, Wales Online reports. The expert believes that more and more people could fall ill as a result of being infected by the virus, as our immunity may not be as strong as it once was. This is due to it possibly being a long period of time since we last had the virus, or have been vaccinated against it. Professor Openshaw told the BBC, "The thing that made the huge difference before was the very wide and fast rollout of vaccines. Even young adults managed to get vaccinated, and that made an absolutely huge difference." The expert believes that with fewer people being offered the vaccine this year, the result could be having a pretty nasty illness that is going to knock them out for several days or weeks this winter. Last winter all over 50s could have the vaccine if they wanted it, but now it is only being offered to over 65s and vulnerable people, a government decision aimed at relieving pressure on health services. Another professor, immunologist Professor Eleanor Riley, who works at the University of Edinburgh, said, "I think the consequence of not boosting those people is we have more people who are off work for a week or 2 or 3 over winter." She says that if you have COVID and you're feeling particularly under the weather, it could be because you have fewer antibodies, or because the virus is constantly evolving. The cells that help to fight viruses, which are known as T cells, will stop us getting seriously ill, according to Professor Riley. But relying on these is what can cause symptoms such as aches and chills, she said. Professor Openshaw added that, eventually, most people will develop a natural immunity to COVID as with other infectious diseases.